Let's take a tour through the kitchen garden. This is one of my newest gardens that we put in this year, and I'm quite proud of it. It actually turned out pretty well, even though we started a little bit late. So I'm standing outside of my deck, and my husband built me a couple of planter boxes earlier this summer, and I refer to this area as my kitchen garden, even though I do have containers on the deck as well. But this entire area is what I'm referring to as my kitchen garden. Let's take a closer look. The first thing you can see here, I put these squash plants in. This is a buttercup squash that I put in, and they're doing really well. I've got my first squash coming. There's a little one in there, and I've got bees, of course, working on the flowers above it to create even more. I planted these late because I wanted to avoid the squash borer moth that lays their eggs and destroys the plants. So I purposely planted them late. I've got hopefully enough time left to get a good crop in. We're going to find out. The next thing I want to point out is this lettuce. Isn't it crazy? It's absolutely big and beautiful, and it tastes absolutely delicious. We've already been harvesting from this area. The amount of colors on the lettuce is amazing too. It got kind of big and got knocked over, but this is a mesclun mix, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Here I have some flat leaf parsley, which we don't use a lot of, but I put stuff in for the butterflies. And then I have some California Wonder peppers that I planted here in hopes that I'll still get some before the frost. We have some little peppers coming. They're not going to be ready till probably September at this point. The other thing that I planted on the edge going around are some little red onions. And then over here on this little section I have some thyme. And we've been harvesting from the thyme as well. In this little planter I've got some radish. These are my newer ones. These are called Sparkler. Let's see what they look like. My husband said they're pretty tasty. And they're looking pretty good. I also have some spinach in this bed, and some of it is starting to bolt, which I'll simply just pull these seed heads off there, just leave them be. And then I'll probably come out and do a harvest this afternoon and get it ready and have a spinach salad for supper tonight. So here I have an artichoke that I planted from seed. I don't remember what kind this one was. I don't think I have the packet anymore. But artichokes, in order to grow artichoke and have it be a perennial in my zone, I have to pick a very specific variety. So I'll be researching that and doing that more for next year, but it looks like an interesting plant. These are Danvers carrots, which I end up planting a couple different times during the summer to make sure I have as many all the way up until frost. This is a Danvers variety. Here's another look at the lettuce. It is absolutely crazy, and it was really tall. We had really high wind and a storm recently, so it kind of knocked it over, but it doesn't care. It just keeps on growing. Beautiful. So one of the studies that I'm doing this year is I have these 3 trellises I put in, and I have 3 different vines. The one on the right is a cardinal creeper, which is clearly taken off and growing like mad, going all over the place. The middle one is a cathedral bell, which is growing, but it's a much more truncated. Last one on the left is a morning glory. And these were planted pretty late. I planted these from seed, and then they were stuck in the potting. They were stuck in the seed trays for quite a while because I didn't have time to get them planted. So we're a little bit late. I wanted to run a test for which one grows better, and right now the cardinal creeper is showing that it is the strongest competitor we've got. I'm going to do a quick pan of the dahlias that I have, which are in the containers on the outside of the deck. And some other beautiful containers. And this red grass is just really gorgeous right now, especially as we get towards autumn. Take another pan of this area showing all the beautiful flowers and containers that we have, which really kind of fills in the space nicely. If this tour is helpful, please give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any of our other great videos. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.